Okay, so the Draw My Life tag. Now, I don't have a whiteboard, so I'm doing on paper, so I don't have to wipe it out and stuff, and I can't draw for shit. So in 1983 I was born, and there was me. Now, I didn't come out the normal way, I came out kind of sideways, so they had to use forceps. The forceps normally go between your ears, but in my case they got me at the back of the head and the eyeball. 1985, my sister was born. Now, my grandmother had come up to be there, and she was trying to ring my dad because we lived in a powerboard house. They had to go through the powerboard to get put through to the house, and it turns out my dad was in the toilet by the time he got there. Now, when I was very young, like 3, 4, we moved from a place in the Waikato down to Taranaki for my dad's job, and I missed all my friends at Hindi. I had knew no one down here, and I had smashed my head at Hindi, had to wear a turban. I have a bald patch in my head where I can't grow hair anymore from when I smashed my head open, and yeah, it was crazy. I then had to have a whole new life down here. In 1988, I started primary school. Now, we didn't have year 1, year 2 or grades or anything. Back then it was called J1, or new entrants. And it was really scary because I had my birthday in July, so I started school in July. But there was this really cool girl there, and she read me a book, and her name was Sam, and we went through everything together. I mean, we worked at the same place even when we were 17. So the years went by, and I got put up a year, things like that. 1997, I started at the local high school. We didn't have any intermediates or anything like that. Our primary school went right through to high school. So I started in 3rd form, which is year 9. And I wanted to wear every part of my uniform that day, and my mum said no, and I cried. Now, after I've been a little badass at primary school and going through anger management courses and everything like that, I actually managed to make it onto the student council, and I was on there for years and years and years, and really put an effort in and excelled in a lot of my subjects. Now, the cool part about being on the student council was I was able to organise dance parties for the school, and they were reasonably successful. Made a bit of money for fundraising for different things, had prizes to give away, everything like that, and it was actually pretty cool, and that's how I got into the whole music sort of thing. Now, I will admit, yes, I was in the band until about 5th, 6th form. I played the trombone. Now, in 2001, I was 7th form, which is the final year of high school, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. So the subjects I wanted I couldn't take. So I was like, do I want a job? Do I go to a further education? Because I was offered a scholarship in 5th form, so I wouldn't even have had to get any of the legal qualification. I declined it. So I thought, and I ended up leaving and going into tertiary education before I finished 7th form. And my parents went and brought a car so I could go to my course in the next city, which was about half an hour drive away. So in 2002, I was working in the next big city, driving up and down every day. I decided, right, I'm going to get my own car and I'm moving out of mum and dad's house. They weren't too happy, and they made me go get the car so my dad could see it, and it was little and sporty, but you know. And I was working at McDonald's, which was really good money because at the supermarket was like $5.50 an hour, and you went to McDonald's and that was $9 an hour, and that was fucking good money back then. So around 2003, 2004, I was absolutely over it. My family interrupting my life, my auntie coming into my work, causing all sorts of trouble. So I sent an email to all my family saying I didn't want to have anything to do with them. So what if I'm my light boys? And they were like, oh, well, that's your decision, blah blah blah, you've hurt our family. So it was like, cut a bitch. So 2008 comes along, and we decided we were over Taranaki and we were moving to the Waikato. So me and the 2 dogs, and we just packed the van, packed the cars, moved, got new jobs. I was a sales rep and had to wear a suit and tie every day. So 2009, find out that someone has a fish in the bed. So it's like all over, move out of all the big flash houses and everything, all by myself into a little block of 3 flats where I met some awesome people and we had some crazy parties, furniture out in the middle of the driveway, blessed fruit. About 2010, one of my friends who lived in Huntly kept ringing me every night because she was home alone because her husband worked. And so we packed all my stuff up and moved out here, and we just drove in together and worked it that way, and the 2 of us lived here with the cat. Her husband was here on the very odd occasion. Then she got a job further down the island, close to where her husband was working. So that left me all by myself, crying, holding on to the cat. Now over the years I had various people come and stay and come and go and all sorts of crazy things, but I love living in this little country town. Now 2011, 2012, I was watching a lot of YouTube. I had a broken foot, I couldn't go to work, and I was actually driving myself fucking nutty. So there was this attention whore, and his name was Roland, and he inspired me to start making YouTube videos. So now it's 2013, I've just got myself a little Japanese car, and I drive up and back to Auckland every day for work, which is about 150 k's a day. And I'm at home, I just threw out a flatmate, and I have one other flatmate, and the little cat. And life couldn't be better. Well, it could have a man. But who needs a man? So thank you, each and every one of you, for being my subscriber. The numbers increase all the time. Those of you who have been here from the beginning, Missa was, I think, subscriber number 5. And I'm on collabs now. You can always push the subscribe button. This was my 200th video, and I've got a few other plans coming up. It's just a case of getting them done with the amount of time that I have at the moment, because I've got so much time at work and then very little at home. But that's hopefully going to change over winter, so that'll be awesome. So thank you, each and every one of you, and remember, all my social media links will be down below.